Hello and welcome back, guys. You are hanging out with me, Brothgar, and today I've got another product review for you. Now, about 2 months ago, I reviewed the J&L 100 Wireless Earbuds Sports Edition. They're meant to be worn where you're doing activities outside where you're going to be sweating, so they're resistant to moisture, and they're also Bluetooth, obviously, because they don't share that wire. And I determined that they were a pretty good upgrade compared to something like your little analog earbuds that may have come with your smartphone. Obviously, you get away from the wire, so it's a nice convenient option at the cost of a couple of things. One of the concerns I didn't really like about the 100, or so say the things I didn't really like about the 100, was this long cable. That would probably be the biggest one. I did bundle this up and tape it so it was a lot smaller, and as you can see here in the 200 edition, they are changing up the ergonomics completely. It has kind of a stiff spring-like wire that runs between them. You can see it here, how they fold up like this and then they spring out. And the big difference here is that when you take these earbuds, you put them on, you kind of wear them like glasses, like this. Now, this is obviously the biggest difference between these two, is because normally this cable would hang down and it would droop over your neck. But when you wear this one, if you take a look at the back here, they kind of wear like glasses. So you put them on, and then this cable works back here, and since it's a bit of a spring, it works to kind of just keep that all attached in your ears and stuff like that. And you notice I did a little bit of an ear tug right there. That just sets the earbuds, or so we say the cushions in the earbuds, and allows you to get that noise isolation a little bit. I would say this is right around 30 to 40% as compared to plugging your ears. However, let's go ahead and take a look here at the back of the box to see if we can determine any differences besides the obvious ergonomics between the 100 and the 200. And then I'll finish up my review here by giving you my thoughts on the 200. So, compared to the 100, compared to the 200 is Bluetooth 4.0 and the 200 is Bluetooth 4.1. Both are sweat resistant or sweat proof right there, hands-free microphone on either of them. I did do a phone call with this one right here. The only thing that my dad said, even though who I was talking to, he said I did sound like I was kind of far away when I was talking to him. However, he didn't have any problem listening to me or carrying on the conversation. So that seemed to work out pretty good right there. That also has to do with the CVC 6.0, which you'll get on either one of these, which I believe has to do with the call quality or something like that. You can look it up for yourself. I looked it up and I think it had to do with the call quality, sort of noise canceling thing. Anyhow, though, more or less, they sound pretty much identical when it comes to the acoustics. I would say the 100 maybe has a little bit more low end, but I listened to them back to back to back, also comparing them to my standalone earbuds here that came with my Samsung phone, and I would say the 100 and the 200 pretty much sound identical, which would make sense because they probably have about the same hardware. The bigger difference between these two, though, is that the 100 only claims to have a playtime of 3 to 4 hours, where the 200 has a playtime of 6 to 8 hours. Now, the first day I was testing the 200 here, I listened to it 3 hours straight while at work, and then probably an hour here and there after that. And you know what? It didn't run out of battery. I haven't tested the full length of it. However, how they're obtaining that is kind of a question, in my opinion, unless the 100 was just underrated. Because what you have here is you have a 70 milliamp hour battery in both of these. So similar drivers because they seem to sound the same, but at the same time, you're getting about twice as much life, or so I say playtime, out of the JL 200 as compared to the 100. I'm not sure how they're obtaining that, but that's the way it is. Both of these come with about the same kit inside, so what you get besides just your earbuds right here, you're going to get pretty much the standard stuff you always get, right? You get a couple of these different little sizes for the little ear cups. You can see them right here, and these things will allow you to adjust how it fits your ears. I usually go for the smallest ones. However, in this case, I ended up going for the biggest ones, just because that seemed to do a better job. So that's where I settled right there, and they do a good job, and they don't walk out, and that's what's really nice about it. The other thing about this is that they also give you a little carrying bag if you want to, and I would say a cool thing about this is that since it has such a wiry spring like this, its normal state is right like this, which makes it pretty easy for this to slide into your pocket. So I like that. Alright, so I think that does it for the comparison here between the 100 and 200, giving you a little bit of the differences. Obviously, the ergonomics are different, and it seems like you get a bit more playtime out of the 200 as compared to the 100. So let me set that aside. Now, comparing the 200 to, let's say, something like your analog earbuds, which in this case came with my Samsung phone, audio quality, I would say these Bluetooth earbuds right here, the JL 200s, are about 95% of the audio quality that you get out of your analog earbuds. Obviously, I believe that is being lost when it's reinterpolated through the Bluetooth sort of streaming whatever that goes between them. But I still think they sound pretty good. They don't sound bad to me. They sound good, but they're obviously not going to replace like your monitoring earbuds or earphones if that's what you're going for. You'd have to pay a little bit more for that. These are $30, and they sound really quite good for $30, in my opinion. Now let me talk about my biggest issue with earbuds. For me, they've always been a problem for me because they have always walked out of my ear canals. So these little like barbs right here that just stick into your ear, for me, these just don't work at all. These will just slide out of my ear eventually. Some of them that have like the little foamy tips and a little bit more grippy, those work, but I really seem to have to put a lot of effort into putting that into my ear, and they're just not comfortable. The 100s here were a big step up for me in that they had this little sort of ear catch right there. However, with enough motion and enough like hard work, these two would still start to back out, and that would change how much like ear fidelity I'm listening to, and I might end up losing the bass. Is the big thing there is when you start to back these out a little bit. Now the 200s here, in my opinion, are the best fitting earbuds I have ever owned, and it has a lot to do with that strap around the back, and also has to do with just how it just seems to stay in your ear. For me, these fit really, really well, and I have not had them back out of my ears pretty much at all, no matter what sort of hard work I'm doing right there. So comparing the J&L 100 as compared to the 200, I like the 200 a whole lot more, just because the ergonomics for it are absolutely awesome. It seems to, I gave my concerns about the 100, and it's like they listened to me and built a product exactly for me. It got rid of the most annoying thing, which is that cable that just runs between the two earbuds right there, and decided to hide it in some sort of strap that seems to work better at keeping it in my ears. I absolutely love these things. For $30 here on Amazon, you really can't go wrong with that. And I think, for me, at least, they're a huge upgrade to my analog sort of earbuds that came with my phone. I enjoy it a lot. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my review here of the J&L 200. Hopefully you found this somewhat helpful or informative. If you did, or have some additional comments or questions, go ahead and leave them down there in the description comment section below. Not so much the description, but in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can respond to you. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.